Hi, this is Pankhurie and welcome to Style Talkies. I hope you all are doing great and thank you so much for coming back again. If you are new here, then a big hello to you guys and do subscribe to my channel and also hit on that bell icon so that you never miss an update. I bought a lot of makeup brushes from Miniso recently and I had also shared them with you in my Miniso haul. If you haven't checked out that video, do check it out. It's a good video. I'm linking it over here. So I created this entire look using those brushes today, and without further ado, let's find out how well did they work for me. So I've already moisturized my face and now I'm using this Faces primer, and this I'll be applying using my fingers only. Now we are done priming our face and now I'll be using this double-ended brush. This is the foundation brush and this is the concealer brush, and I don't really use foundation brushes to apply my foundation. I always use a blender, a beauty blender or a sponge, but today let me give this a try. So I'm taking this L'Oreal Infallible foundation and let's see how it works. First I'm just applying it like this so that I cover my entire face uniformly, and we'll do the blending later. Now this is not a regular U-shape foundation flat brush. It has this little curve over here, and let's see. So you always have to push your foundation downwards, because if you have any peach fuzz, you don't want it to go upwards or to be, moving right or left. It should go downwards. That's why you have to apply your foundation in this direction. This is not a stippling brush, it is a flat brush, so I wasn't expecting it to blend my foundation perfectly, but it has done a great job. I can't see any strokes on my face, and whatever little finishing that I need to do, I will do it using a beauty blender, a damp sponge, and let's do it now. So now let's apply concealer. Since it already has a wand, I'm just going to use the wand itself and probably spread it using my Miniso brush. Let's try and work this. I think it's absorbing just too much of product and it's not giving me the kind of result that I want. So I'm applying a little concealer on my eyelids as well. It's way too difficult to blend with this one or to apply my foundation. I'll prefer going in with my blender. By the way, this blender has to now be discarded because while I was washing it, it broke. So for the time being, I have to make do with this only, because this is the only clean beauty blender that I have with me right now. Now I'll set my concealer using the RCMA powder, and I'm just setting it. I'm not baking it using this because this one doesn't really help in oil control for me. You know how humid it is in Mumbai, and it's very important to set your concealer because then it can always crease. So if you want to avoid that, you should set your concealer always. To contour, I'm using this Ben Nye foundation, and it is at least 5 or 6 shades darker than me, at least I'm saying, and this is in the shade Olive OL4. So I've already hit pan on this one, and I really like using it to contour my face. Now to create these sharp lines, I believe it's good. This is the same concealer brush if you are a bit confused. I'll definitely not be able to blend my makeup with this brush, so I will be using the flat top brush that they have. It is actually for applying blush, but I would use it right now to blend my contour. Now this brush is very soft and it's very dense, so I hope that it does the job. Just blend this in. So this is really working well and it's giving a great result. I don't see any brush stroke because this is so very dense that it's just perfect for blending your contour. And I'm sure that it would work great with powder products too, because if it can work on cream products so wonderfully, I'm sure that it will do a great job with your bronzers and your contour powder too. Now I'll be using this powder brush to set my entire face and also to bake the highlighted areas. So let's do this. This too is very soft and is working quite well. It would be difficult to put your powder precisely over here with this brush because it's just too broad for baking, but I'll make do with what I have. They probably have more brushes with them, but I picked up whatever was available there at that point in time, and I managed to pick up most of them. But I'm sure they must be having other brushes too. I mean, similar brushes in different sizes. So we'll brush this all off once we do our eyelids. So yeah, so the baking is done. Let's move on to the eyes. I could not get a fluffy blending brush at Miniso to blend my eyeshadow. What I got was this one. This is a double-ended brush, and on this side it has a pencil brush and on this side it has a flat brush which can be used to pack your eyeshadow. So I'll have to use a fluffy blending brush from another brand, and let's begin. For my eyes today, I will be using this W7 in the Buff palette, and it's a very old palette, and the Freedom palette. I love this palette. It's very pigmented, it's very soft, the colors are beautiful and it blends like a dream. So I'm using a shade from my W7 palette as a transition shade. It's not a very light shade, but right now I'm just using it. Now I'm using the Freedom palette. It's, I don't know what's the shade name, Pro 12 Leaf Fabulix, something like that. So I'm using this shade, this one, and I'm placing it here. Now using a darker shade over here, I'm placing it in the outer corner. So now I'll be using this brush to apply the black shade from my W7 palette, and I'll be placing it in the inner corner of my eyes. Let's see how this one works. Honestly, it's okay. It's not that great. It's dense, but it feels a little hard. Hope I have not made a mess out of it. Well, pencil brushes are not supposed to blend your eye shadows, but it's not moving it at all. I mean, I have to put in a lot of efforts. Now let's take the blending brush and let's try to blend this in. I wish they had a blending brush in their store, but at that time it wasn't there. I don't even know if they manufacture it, but I seriously wish it was there. This brush didn't work out for me at all. In fact, it has messed up my entire eye makeup, but still I'll try and use it in the lower lash line. So let's see how it works. I'm going to mix both these colors and place it. It's working fine for the lower lash line because you need to be more precise, and it's okay for the lower lash line. Yeah. Highlight my brow bone. This will also clean the extra eyeshadow because it's a very light shade. I don't have an eyebrow brush from Miniso, so I'll just fill in my brows and be back. Now I'll be using this side of the brush to pack in some glitter, and I'm using this shade. And I'll be placing it in the inner corner of my eye and on the lid as well. Kind of cutting the crease here, but the damage has already been done, so I don't know if I would be able to redeem this or not. Now I'm using this one, placing it here. Usually I use my fingers to apply the shimmery shades, but today, for the purpose of this video, I'm using this. I'm not liking the way it's happening at all. So I'll blend it a little more so that it doesn't look jarring and there's no stark difference. Then using a clean brush, I'll bring it all together. Brushes are so very important. I mean, you just saw what a mess it made. The pencil brush on the outer corner. It hardly moved the product. Now I'll apply my eyeliner and then mascara and try to save this look. Now I'll be using this Makeup Revolution bronzer to contour my face further, and for that I'll be using this fluffy contour brush, and as you can see I've already hit pan on this one, so you can just imagine how much I love this product. So let's begin. I'm liking this one, doing the job well, though it doesn't feel as soft on the face. It feels very soft when you touch it, but on the face it does feel a little hard. But it's blending the product well, and that's all that I expect out of it. It's not very hard though. Probably I just have a sensitive face, but working just fine. So I'm using this bronzer everywhere where I have used the cream product. I mean the darker foundation. Now I'm removing all the excess powder that we had put for baking, so that you don't look like a ghost. It's important that you remove it. As I had shown you in my Miniso haul, I bought two of these brushes. These are flat top angled brushes, and with one I blended my cream contour, and I'll be using this fresh one to apply my blush. So let's do that. So now that I have used these brushes for both contouring and to apply my blush, I can say that they work wonderfully, and for the price they are just fabulous. Now I will be using this lip brush to apply my lipstick. I am using this sugar lipstick over here, and let's see how well it works. Not bad, in fact it's quite good. I'm able to apply my lipstick very evenly, but I would always prefer to apply my lipstick using the wand which comes along with the packaging. So probably your bullet lipsticks you can apply using this one, and they also have this sponge applicator over here, so if you are planning to give an ombre effect, it would be great for that. Let's try it. I don't know how well it will work, and I'm using this lighter shade from Maybelline. Let's see. quite nice. You can apply an even darker color on the outer edges and you can go way lighter over here. But since I'm just doing a demo of it, I think this brush did quite well. I did not get any tapered brush or a fan brush to apply my highlighter, so I'll just be using my BH Cosmetic brush for that. And I'm using this Wet n Wild highlighter. To seal the deal, I'll just spray on some makeup mist and then we'll be done. So now that we've created this look, I'll give you my review of these brushes. I have already spoken about them while applying the product, but now I'll tell you which one you should buy and which one you should not. I forgot to mention that all these brushes are for rupees 150 each, and these two came together in one packaging, so both of these are for 150 rupees. And I think you should definitely buy this powder brush. It's quite big and fluffy and it will cover your entire face. So to apply a powder, this one is superb. I really like these angled flat top brushes, both to contour my face and to apply my blush. So this you should buy. And I like the foundation brush too, to apply my foundation. And if you are a person who applies their foundation using a brush, then you can definitely add this to your collection. What I did not like was the concealer brush, because I could not work well with this one, and I usually don't use brushes to apply my concealer. I just couldn't make this one work. So this one was a deal breaker for me, but I really like this one. This one is a winner. There were no strokes on my face after I applied my foundation using this one, and also I could apply my foundation very easily. So yeah, this end is good, this end is not. Now if I talk about this eye and lip brush set, then this one did not work out for me at all. This is a big no for me. I could not pack my eyeshadow using this flat brush, neither could I move my eyeshadow on the outer corner using this one. I mean, it was so difficult for me to make it work, and in the end I just couldn't make it work. So this was a total waste of money and I would not recommend it to anybody. But I really like the lipstick brush, and if you are looking at investing in a lipstick brush, then you can definitely think of buying this one. As you saw, some brushes worked for me, some did not, but for the price I feel that it's a pretty good deal. And if you too have bought Miniso brushes, do let me know how has your experience been using them. And now we've come to the end of this video. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and also if there are any queries or questions, you can write to me in the comment section below. Till then, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and you can also follow Style Talkies on all these social media platforms. Until next time, this is me, Pankhurie, signing off.